The arena was silent. 30,000 Varens had gathered beneath the crimson lights of the Royal Combat Hall, waiting to see a human die. At the center stood Elias Vance. Alone. Across from him stood Princess Soraya. She was taller than him, armored in black and silver, with golden eyes that seemed to glow beneath the arena lights. A ceremonial sword rested in her hand. The crowd began chanting. Vayra! 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 Soraya raised her weapon. Then she looked directly at Elias. Defeat me, human. A smile appeared on her face. And I'll be yours. The crowd erupted in laughter. Elias didn't laugh. He simply looked at the princess and asked. What happens if I win? Soraya's smile widened. You get whatever you want. And if I lose? You kneel. Elias looked around the arena. Thousands of alien warriors were watching him. Their weapons were ready. Their queen sat above them. And every human diplomat behind him was terrified. Elias slowly removed his jacket. Then I guess I shouldn't lose. The crowd went silent. Soraya's eyes narrowed. For the first time, she looked interested. The duel began. Soraya moved first. She crossed the arena in a blur. Elias barely blocked her sword. The impact sent him sliding backward. The crowd roared. Soraya attacked again. And again. Elias continued retreating. To everyone watching, it looked like the human was losing. But Soraya noticed something. He wasn't panicking. He wasn't afraid. He was studying her. Her footwork. Her breathing. The rhythm of her attacks. She struck toward his shoulder. Elias moved aside. Her sword missed. He stepped inside her guard. For half a second, they were face to face. Soraya froze. Elias whispered. You always leave your left side open. Then he swept her leg. She hit the ground. The arena went silent. Elias pointed his weapon at her throat. Did I win? Soraya stared up at him. Then she smiled. Yes. The crowd exploded. But Elias didn't realize that his victory had just changed the fate of two civilizations. Because Soraya wasn't merely a princess. She was the heir to the Varen throne. And according to ancient Varen law, when a royal warrior lost a challenge she had personally issued, her life became bound to the victor. Soraya stood. She lowered her sword. Then, in front of 30,000 witnesses, she said. I am yours. Elias blinked. That was a joke, right? Soraya's smile disappeared. No. 3 hours later, Elias was informed that he had accidentally become engaged to the future Queen of Vayra. He stared at the official document. Then at Soraya. Then back at the document. You're serious? Yes. You challenged me because you wanted to humiliate a human diplomat. Yes. And now I'm apparently your fiancé. Yes. Elias rubbed his forehead. This is going to be a long week. Soraya smiled. You have no idea. She walked away. Elias watched her go. Mara, his tactical officer, approached. You know she's dangerous. I noticed. She killed 6 champions last month. Good to know. She also has a reputation for never losing. Elias looked toward Soraya. She lost today. Mara laughed. Exactly. The engagement ceremony was scheduled for 7 days later. But the galaxy had other plans. That night, the royal palace was attacked. Elias woke to an explosion. The windows shattered. Alarms screamed. He grabbed his weapon and ran into the corridor. Varen soldiers rushed past him. Then he saw Soraya. She was already fighting. 3 assassins surrounded her. She cut one down. Another attacked from behind. Elias fired. The assassin dropped. Soraya looked over her shoulder. I didn't need help. I know. Then why did you help? Elias smiled. Because you're mine. She froze. For the first time, Soraya looked genuinely flustered. Then another explosion shook the palace. Her expression hardened. Stay behind me. Elias raised his weapon. Absolutely not. She stared at him. You are impossible. So I've been told. Together they fought their way through the palace. They discovered the attackers weren't ordinary rebels. They were members of the Veyron royal guard. Someone inside the palace had betrayed the queen. And they were searching for one thing. A hidden chamber beneath the throne room. Elias and Soraya reached it first. Inside was an ancient machine. Mara examined it. This technology predates the Veyron civilization. Soraya looked at Elias. Then why is it here? The machine activated. A hologram appeared. A human woman stood before them. Elias froze. He knew that face. It was his mother. But his mother had been dead for 18 years. The recording spoke. Elias. He couldn't breathe. If you're seeing this, then I've failed to keep you hidden. Soraya stepped closer. The recording continued. You were never abandoned. Elias's hands tightened. You were hidden. Because someone was hunting you. The image changed. A strange black symbol appeared. The Watchers have found you. Then the recording ended. Elias stared at the empty space. Soraya touched his arm. Elias. He looked at her. My mother is alive. They discovered the truth the next morning. Elias's mother had been a human scientist working with the Veyrons. Years ago, she had discovered an ancient artificial intelligence capable of predicting future events. The Watchers had been created to protect it. But the machine had discovered something it couldn't predict. Human free will. More specifically, Elias. His brain and genetic structure contained something the machine couldn't calculate. A variable. An unpredictable human choice. That was why his mother had hidden him. But there was another secret. Soraya's bloodline was connected to the same system. Their ancestors had once fought together. And the machine had predicted that one day, a human and a Veyron would meet. The machine predicted they would either save the galaxy or destroy it. Soraya stared at Elias. So that's why you were brought here. Elias shook his head. No. What? I came here because of my diplomatic assignment. Soraya smiled sadly. Perhaps. Then she looked at him. But perhaps something brought us together. Elias didn't answer. Because somewhere deep inside, he was beginning to believe her. The next attack came before sunset. The sky above the capital filled with enemy ships. Millions of them. The royal fleet launched. Elias stood beside Soraya on the palace balcony. She looked at him. If we survive this, we will. You don't know that. No. He smiled. But I know I'm not letting you fight alone. Soraya stared at him. Then quietly said. I don't want you to. The battle began. Veyron ships exploded across the sky. Human ships joined them. Elias took command of a small squadron. Soraya led the royal fighters. For the first time, humans and Veyrons fought together. And they were winning. Until the enemy commander appeared. A massive black ship entered orbit. Its captain transmitted a message. Return the human. Elias froze. Soraya stepped forward. Who are you? The answer came. Someone who knows what he really is. The transmission ended. Then the Black Fleet attacked. Elias's ship was hit. The bridge exploded. He was thrown across the room. Soraya grabbed him before he fell. Elias. I'm fine. You're bleeding. I've had worse. She stared at him. Then kissed him. He froze. The battle continued around them. When she pulled away, she whispered. That was for luck. Elias smiled. I think I need more luck. Survive first. Deal. The battle lasted 4 hours. Eventually, the enemy fleet retreated. But they took something with them. Soraya. Her ship disappeared into hyperspace. Elias stared at the empty coordinates. No. Mara grabbed his arm. Elias, we can't follow them. Yes, we can. The fleet is damaged. I don't care. You'll be entering enemy territory. I know. You could die. Elias looked at her. They have Soraya. Mara sighed. I knew you'd say that. She activated the navigation system. Then let's go get your queen. They followed the enemy through a wormhole. On the other side was a dead planet. Elias's ship landed. He and Mara entered an abandoned facility. Inside, they found thousands of frozen chambers. Each contained a human. Elias stared in horror. What is this? Mara scanned them. Genetic duplicates. Elias's blood ran cold. Duplicates of who? Mara looked at him. Soraya. He froze. Why? Before she could answer, someone spoke behind them. Because she isn't the first. Elias turned. A woman stood in the darkness. Dark hair. Golden eyes. Human features. She looked like Soraya. But older. Colder. She smiled. My name is Lyra. Elias raised his weapon. Where is Soraya? Lyra laughed. Still trying to save her. Where is she? Alive. Then take me to her. Lyra stepped closer. You don't understand. What? You weren't chosen by accident. She pointed toward the frozen chambers. Neither was she. Lyra revealed the truth. Long ago, humans and Varens had discovered a machine capable of predicting every possible future. To control it, they created biological beings capable of influencing the calculations. Soraya was one. Elias was another. Their meeting was part of the experiment. Their romance was not. That was the part the machine couldn't understand. Lyra looked at Elias. You were supposed to become the perfect weapon. Elias shook his head. I never wanted that. Neither did Soraya. Then why are you doing this? Lyra's expression changed. Because someone has to stop what comes next. She opened a door. Soraya stood inside. Elias rushed to her. She grabbed him. You came. Of course. I knew you would. Lyra watched them. You don't understand what you've done. Elias turned. What? You've broken the prediction. Lyra pointed toward the ceiling. The entire facility began shaking. The machine has calculated every possible future. And in every one. She looked at Soraya. She dies. Elias's expression hardened. Then we'll make another future. The facility exploded. The machine activated. Every possible future appeared around them. Elias saw himself becoming a dictator. He saw Soraya dying. He saw Earth burning. He saw Vera destroyed. He saw himself killing billions to save the woman he loved. The machine whispered. Choose. Elias closed his eyes. Soraya took his hand. What do you see? Everything. Are we together? In some futures. And in others? You're dead. Soraya smiled. Then don't choose a future. Elias opened his eyes. What? Choose me. He looked at her. She continued. Whatever happens, choose me. Elias smiled. I already did. Their hands joined. The machine began to malfunction. Its calculations collapsed. Every future split. Then another. Then another. The system couldn't predict them anymore. Because Elias and Soraya were no longer following a predetermined path. They were choosing. Together. The facility collapsed. Lyra remained behind. Elias tried to save her. She refused. You can't save everyone. Watch me. She smiled. That's exactly why you're dangerous. She pushed him toward the exit. Go. Elias grabbed her hand. You're my sister. Lyra froze. Then tears appeared in her eyes. Then live long enough to remember me. The doors closed. Elias escaped with Soraya. The planet exploded behind them. Months later, the war ended. The human and Varen fleets formed an alliance. The Watchers disappeared. The ancient machine was destroyed. And Soraya became queen. But she refused to rule alone. At her coronation, she stood beside Elias. The entire galaxy watched. The crown was placed on her head. Then she turned toward him. Elias Vance. He stepped forward. Yes, Your Majesty. She smiled. You challenged my world. He laughed. You challenged me first. You defeated me. You told me to. The crowd laughed. Soraya held out her hand. I made a promise. Elias took it. To whom? To you. She looked into his eyes. I said if you defeated me, I would be yours. She smiled. But I never said you couldn't be mine too. Elias kissed her. The crowd erupted. For the first time in centuries. Humans and Varens celebrated together. But the story wasn't quite over. That night, Elias stood with Soraya beneath the stars. She rested her head against him. Do you think the machine was wrong? Elias looked toward the sky. No. Then what was it? He smiled. It wasn't wrong. What changed? Elias looked at her. We did. She smiled. And if another war comes? We fight. And if another enemy appears? We face it. And if the future says we'll lose? Elias took her hand. Then we choose another future. Soraya kissed him. Far above them, beyond the stars, a tiny ancient signal appeared. A message from the destroyed machine. One final prediction. The human and the queen will have a child. Then another line appeared. The child will change the galaxy. The signal disappeared. Elias never saw it. Soraya never saw it. And somewhere beyond the edge of known space, something ancient opened its eyes. The galaxy had survived. Humanity had survived. Love had won. But the future was only beginning.